Hello folks, my name is Jason Wyke and alongside me is Nick Cruz as we have an ominous game here at Victory Field 1 as we have the 7-3 Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials versus the 7-3 Wissahickon Trojans. A key matchup here for what will be second place in the SOL division. Two very evenly matched teams. This should be a great one here today. What do you think about that, partner?
Yeah, it's going to be close. It's really going to be a grudge match here. I'm really not sure who's going to come out on top, but we'll see.
The Colonials currently on a 4-game win streak. 3 of those have been shutouts. Last game, they were able to beat Hatboro Horsham and get another shutout versus the only undefeated team that remained in the SOL. They currently hold first in the division. In the last matchup between these two teams, Wissahickon was able to come out on top 2-0. Colonials looking to try to avenge that game here today as we're about ready to get this game underway.
Yep, Colonials looking for some revenge in that hopefully second place spot. I think that's all what both teams are yearning for right now.
Big key here in this game is obviously Skiles trying to get another shutout, and star player Mackenzie Lazinski trying to keep that goal streak going. And you know, she's very, very, very impactful in these games, leading the team in scoring. And we'll see if she can get involved early. As we have Wiss moving the ball at about midfield, looking to do something with it. This Colonial defense notorious for their stinginess and not letting any goals and very little shots in. Here's we have a stop by Cooper, and now Schreiber looks to clear the ball. She gets it to about midfield, and Lazinski's able to slow it. Number 20 on Wiss gets that. Here we have Ani trying to move the ball here, slow it down a little bit. Gabby with the ball, passes it to Berman, and now 21 of Wiss trying to make a move here. 21 dribbling it down there into the Colonial zone. She's looking for a cross here, trying to get it to that center spot. And Skiles is easily able to get on top of that one. Colonials looking to try to get a possession into Wissahickon zone. 20 with a little bit of a height advantage there over Kay. He's able to get the ball, and then quickly Ani's able to get it from Wiss as Sam Matthews is moving down, and it looks like Wiss is going to be on top of that one and clear it. Schul almost with the play there. There's Bella trying to move that ball up, and again, Wiss very on top of it today. And there's a nice play by number 13. I believe that is Natalie Laney Jr. for PW. We have a cross by Matthews as they're starting to cut into that Wissahickon zone. Nice play there made by Wissahickon's goalie.
Both teams starting off real strong right now. Both Colonials defense putting up a strong fight, and same with Wissahickon's.
And here we have a play that Berman's able to get on top of and try to cross to Lazinski, but just not enough on that one. There's a pass by Wiss going in the middle, and I think the Colonial defense will be able to chase that one down. Cooper trying to make a play on it. This will be a throw in here for Wissahickon. Here's 13, Elena Bailey for Wissahickon with the throw-in.
I think the real key of this game is going to be trying to break the other team's defense at this point.
Exactly. Both teams very much defensively,
defensively capable.
Yes, very, very strong defensive teams. So now we have number 11 with the cross there that's intercepted by Schreiber, and it's cleared. Lazinski trying to use that shifty speed of hers and get that ball in the Wissahickon zone. And Schreiber tries to get it out, and it goes out. That'll be another throw-in here for Wissahickon. That'll be number 14, Brooke Berry with the throw-in up, and now that will be Bella McNew with the throw-in that Sam Matthews heads. Schula with the pass to the middle that is intercepted by number 20 of Wissahickon. Number 3, that is Sam Matthews on the Colonial line here. And there's Kay with the pass up to Lazinski. Lazinski's trying to make a move here. She's getting on a fast break. Crosses it, and the Wissahickon defense is able to get a foot on it. And we have Kay here now moving very aggressively there. And that'll be a shot by Schula that has ended up being blocked by her own teammate, Lazinski, there in the front. Colonials making a nice little play there, trying to get some separation and get some points on the board early on in this game.
Yeah, both teams' offensive capabilities are really showing here, but I think both teams' defense is going to really put up a strong showing.
So far this season, the Colonials have 5 shutouts, one with the goalie Hope, and then with the other 4 with Devin. So definitely looking to try to keep that streak alive, or keep growing on the amount of shutouts they have. And here we have the Colonials moving again. Here's Lozinski with the ball, looking to try to do something. There's a cross to the middle that number 20 of Wiss is going to get out, and this will be a corner for PW. I think here it's good. Get everybody set, slow it down, catch a little breather, and try to make a really smart play here and capitalize.
Get that elusive first goal.
Kicking in now, or with the corner, is Shula. Crosses to the middle. Oh, and the Colonials are right there. And Berman tries to kick that one in. I believe that was off Wissahickon, and they'll or no, I'm sorry, that was off. Okay, it was off Wissahickon, so we'll have another Colonial corner here for Shula. I think trying to get a player like Lozinski involved here, get her with a quick header or a one-timer, she could just blast that one in here, would be a pretty smart play. There's the cross. A strong play there. Matthews trying to get on top of that one, and again, this Wissahickon defense showing their stripes and how strong they are, keeping that ball away from the Colonials.
The Colonials' offense is just keeping it down here, though. Even though the Wissahickon's defense isn't letting it go in, they're not able to get it back down. Exactly.
Here's Lozinski with the throw-in. That will go to Wissahickon, as now they're trying to turn the ball up the field. And again, the Colonials are able to just keep it down here. So they're starting to dominate time of possession now. Lozinski moving. We'll see if whose foot that went off of. I believe this will be another corner for Shula. Lots of corners so far early in this one.
Yeah.
Annika, senior here at PW, looking to try to get an assist maybe on a nice kick here. Beautifully, right in the middle. Oh, the Colonials with the play here. And the goalie is just able to stop that one with a shot by number 12. That is Shannon Friday, I believe. Or I'm sorry, that was Isabella McNew with the shot attempt. Here's Leah Kay with a nice kick up, but again, that Wissahickon defense is able to prevent something from happening with a strong header there. Laney now, McNew trying to chase that one down, and she does. And clears that one up. Number 18 for Wissahickon trying to make a play on it. And Cooper's able to bomb that one out of there. Lozinski now trying to make something out of it. Again, she just doesn't seem to tire, folks. She is just really running with her feet on fire today. We have a foul on that play, and kicking it now will be Schreiber, I believe. Yeah, Schreiber with the kick here. See if she could try to get something deadly here going for the Colonials. Schreiber with a boot down there. And Wissahickon will head that one out of here. That's number 17 for Wissahickon that hit it. That's Carly Amata. She is leading the team with 11 goals. Very dangerous player once she gets in that offensive zone. Colonials trying to move back now on defense. Keep this ball away. 27, that's Flanagan trying to break that up. And Schreiber boots it down to Lozinski. And the goalie for Wiss will be able to flag that one down quickly. It's Lena Beverly, number 13 of Wissahickon. And Flanagan will clear that one out of here. Watch out below. Here we have the throw-in by Wissahickon. Schreiber able to get on top of that. Tries to clear it. And an aggressive play there by Amata. This will be Wissahickon ball yet again in Colonial zone.
I think as soon as they can get Amata down into that offensive position, I think Wissahickon should be able to put up a really strong fight against the Colonials.
Oh yeah, they have senior Sam Matthews on it right now, and definitely that's a matchup we're gonna want to watch out for, as both players are excellent in their respective positions. And Amada, again, such an elusive player, so quick with a great boot. As you hear the coach calling to Kylee right now, and that will go out. Now we'll have Devin here punting this one. Devin coming off starting the season with an ACL injury, and she looks just as strong as ever, leading this varsity squad with 4 shutouts, and just truly a great player, and being able to come back from such a hard injury, really a lot of respect for that.
Absolutely. Nothing better than that.
There's a boot by Shriver that will go to Kay. Kay trying to clear this ball out of here now. And Armada's now on it. And Laney got a little bit of her foot on it, and Lazinski's trying to make a break for it here. She's moving towards the middle. She is sprinting out down there, folks. And with a 3-on-1, a little bit of a hard matchup, and Shula's able to get it down there. Matthews with a nice clear, and that will go out for a kick for Wissahickon.
I think both goalkeepers, both on the sides of the Colonials and Wissahickon, both are going to put up a really strong fight. The best position they got to get their strong offensive teams down there and put a lot of pressure on those goalkeepers, giving them no room to move.
And we have a quick sub in here for Wissahickon as number 12 is coming onto the field. That is Sophia Cheetah Ortiz. Looked like 21. Anna May was in a little bit of pain there. Good that she was able to walk off on her own power. There's a clear for Wiss. Again, Shula on that one. Schreiber trying to make a play, and ooh, getting a little physical down there. Here's Shula making a play, trying to thread it up. And now the ball's moving towards the Colonial zone. Number 2 for Wiss. She's able to get that one taken away from her by Berman. Now Cooper's trying to get it out of there. Here's Lena Beverly again. And a nice boot. That will go right down the middle to Flanagan, who's trying to clear that out. And McNew will. We'll see. Or that might go out of here. Nope. Colonial's able to get that one. Now Kay looking for the clear to Berman. Berman moving down the field, and I think that ball's moving just a little bit too quick. Funny fact about that connection there with Berman and Kay. Both went to Camp Nakamixon over this summer. Very good friends for almost their entire lives. There's Kay with a play on it. And now Amato's trying to make another play. Now it'll be cleared down to Wissahickon again. And again, we have Matthews right on top of that ball, swarming it, trying to keep it from moving past midfield. And Laney with the pass there to Shula. Shula again trying to get it past that mid part of the field. And the Wissahickon team not letting up. Matthews with the pass to McNew. McNew is able to get that one in the midfield, but Wissahickon again all over it. Very physical. And Lazinski's trying to move down. And that'll be another clear to midfield. Cooper will now try to get this one out of there. Here's Berman moving down the field. Trying to keep that one in, and she does. And that rolls down to the Wissahickon goalie for another kick. The game started off a little windy, a little rainy, but it's nice. It's starting to be cool, but not too breezy. What do you think about that, Nick?
It's just starting to clear up. It'll be a nice day for a game, I got to say.
Oh, yeah, especially when you're all hot there on the field, being able to have a nice little wind cool you down. Here's Lazinski now at midfield with a couple people on her. She clears it over to Shula, who gives it to Matthews. Matthews trying to slow the roll a little bit, trying to formulate a good play here. She's getting a little physical, Matthews, and she clears it to the middle. And again, that will go to Wissahickon's goalie. Miss Berman is down there. 2 subs getting ready to go on for the Colonials. We have number 26, Fiona Gunaratna, and number 25, Sophia Kosvich. Kosvich scored in the last game for the Colonials in their win over Hatboro Horsham. Shula moving down now. You can hear her teammates yelling at her to clear it. And let's see if she can get across here to this middle. Nice pass there by Shula. And just a little bit in front of her teammates, as that one will most likely roll out, but that will be off of Wiss. Colonials now with a corner here that could do some damage. And it will be Lazinski here with the throw-in, rather. And here is those two subs. They're going to be taking out Sam Matthews and Lindsey Berman. Again, that is Kosvich and Gunaratna. Strong performance by these two. A lot of running and moving up and down the field. Let's get back on the bench, hydrate, catch your breath a little bit. Been a very active game so far.
Yeah, no stopping really. I mean, neither team has scored yet.
And then we just have a slight stoppage here at the clock because they're trying to adjust it. Good time for both teams. Catch your breath again. Now, in a very important offensive possession here for the Colonials.
This could be a nice opportunity for them to get that first goal in and put them up at a very good advantage in the beginning.
All right, it looks like the clock is now back and running at 26:55. The throw in there by Lozinski. Wiss trying to clear it, and there's Gunaratna, the freshly subbed legs in there with a nice shot. That will go just a little bit wide.
Seems as if even though the offensive line of the Colonials is really trying to get it down there and really doing really well keeping it down there, Wissahickon's defense is just being really stubborn, putting up that wall.
And that ball will roll down, and now the Colonials trying to do something with it. That will go out. I believe this will be Wissahickon ball. So tell me, Nick, is this your first soccer game?
Yeah, it is actually. This is probably my first soccer game I ever came to.
Both of our first soccer games here for CITV. Very exciting stuff. I couldn't ask for a better game myself.
Absolutely tense game, extremely tense, extremely important also for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, for both teams, really. A nice little boot there by number 8 of Wissahickon. That is off Flanagan. That will be a throw-in now for Wiss. Number 13, Elena Beverly here now with the throw-in. There's Cooper, who heads it out, and there'll be another throw-in for Beverly. Beverly with a throw to the middle to her star, Carly Amata. That'll be a boot out by Flanagan. Trying to get that ball off the field there. There's Beverly with another throw-in. That will be off of Wissahickon's head. Now Flanagan now with the throw-in. Or that'll be Cooper with the throw-in.
And this game also is going to be a real game of confidence, as Colonials is really going to try and get that revenge on Wissahickon if they can for that other loss.
And there is a head out. Alrighty. There's Cooper with the clear to the middle of the field. Kay trying to get something on it, and Beverly clears it. Flanagan again trying to get it to midfield. Shula with the header there. There we go. Wissahickon trying to move it down. Cooper all over that one, trying to keep away that strong offense of Wissahickon.
I think both teams. Both teams' defense right now really putting up a good shot.
Very strong, and now we're going to throw it down to the sideline with backup goalie Hope Barrist with Caitlin.
Hello everyone, and I'm Caitlin Moore here on the sidelines with your sideline play. Today I have Hope Barrist here for me. She's playing with PW. So in your own words, how do you think the season's been going?
We got off to kind of a rough start, but the past 4 games we're on a hot streak. Hopefully we keep the streak going. Last game on Tuesday night, we played under the lights at the football stadium, and we ended up beating the undefeated Happer Horsham 2-0, so it was a really good game for us.
That's awesome. So from the start of this game, can you tell where do you think the game's going? How do you want it to play out?
It started a little slow, but I think our team started to get the hang of it. We started to pick up a little bit, and I think we still have about 20 minutes left in the half, so more than half the time I think it's going to go well.
Okay, thank you, Hope. Back to you.
Now we have the Colonials here at midfield. On the sideline we have Emily Caffrey and Brainscombe here trying to sub in, and the play's near Gunaratna there, and that'll be hit out by Wiss. 2 subs come in. And they are going to be taking out Kay and Laney, 2 juniors there, with a very strong junior class of this PW girls soccer team. Again, both with a lot of running in this game, as it is a very physical, very fast-moving game. Caffrey trying to get involved there early in this sub-in for her, immediately getting a touch on the ball as soon as she came in. Caffrey known for her strong right boot. She's blasted some very nice shots over her time here at PW. I would say time of possession probably leans a little bit towards the Colonials, but not by much. And here's Lazinski trying to move down, and again, just a little bit too much on that pass there from Caffrey to Lazinski.
Yeah, I think Colonials definitely have kept control of the ball, but the Wissahickon goalkeeper really is not letting them go back.
Very active today. A lot of action down there towards her end. Funny fact about Mackenzie Lazinski, so she's a 3-season athlete here at PW, and I believe she's on the varsity squad for all of those teams in lacrosse, basketball, and soccer. Truly amazing, her ability to be able to be so talented at 3 sports and be willing to sacrifice that much time. And that will go wide. Oh, off the post. Ooh, goodness gracious. That was close there for Wissahickon.
That was an extremely close goal for Wissahickon. Barely didn't go in.
Again, that's one that, Devin is definitely thanking her stars and stripes. Wynn maybe gave a little bit of help there, and a very nice play there as Colonial could have been down 0-1 right there. I believe that was Amata with a shot. Again, we see how impactful she is on these games.
She really is putting on that pressure, you see. Exactly what we were talking about earlier with getting the pressure on the goalkeeper and making sure they really don't have a chance to get there.
Yeah, it's funny. We were immediately brought attention to this girl when we were interviewing the coach on the sideline of Wissahickon. He was saying, watch out for Kylee, and she's leading the team with goals to 11, and very, very amazing player here for Wissahickon that's definitely given PW a little bit of trouble today. So now McNew's moving towards that ball. That will go towards the middle. Lazinski will be right on top of that, but it goes to Beverly. McNew trying to get up a little physical. Let's see. Cooper now trying to chase that down. Gunaratna there. Clean play. Able to get the ball from her, and that will be out for a Wissahickon throw-in by Beverly. Beverly, a lot of throw-ins today so far in this first half. There's Schul with the pass to Lazinski. This could be something here. Lazinski again right there. I mean, it's a little bit hard to move the ball when you have 3 people on you.
I'd say so.
A little physical play there by Branscombe. That will go down to Wissahickon zone.
Both teams are really playing on the sides right now. Keeps going in and out, eating out of the field, getting a lot of throw-ins and a lot of corners on.
Yeah, very much a back-and-forth battle here.
Each team trying to get an advantage over the other one, but I don't think neither are really getting out an edge just yet.
I think it's almost not going to be what each team does that wins this game, but what the other team does not do that will end up being the determining factor in this game.
Agreed.
This could be your type of game where it's 1-0 or maybe even has to go to penalties. Let's see, and now Wiss trying to do something in Colonial zone. And that will be out on the Colonials with a throw in here. I'm just going to check that I'm getting her name right, and that is 13 Bailey. I was calling her Beverly. Bailey. Elena Bailey. My apologies to any Bailey fans out there. Schreiber with the header, trying to get it out of there. Now Caffrey with those fresh legs, trying to do something. Gunaratna as well. 2 freshly subbed girls right there in the middle. There's Flanagan trying to clear that ball out of there. There's a clear by McNew that goes to 22 of Wissahickon. Wissahickon with the clear to the middle. Gunaratna looking to try to get this ball out of the Colonial zone, and she does, as now she's trying to dribble this past midfield and set up the pass play to Cooper. That'll be Alan Wissahickon, as now we have senior Sam Matthews coming in, and she'll be subbing Caitlin Flanagan. Or Kosvich, rather. Those numbers so close, it's a little bit hard to see at this win today.
Yeah.
There's the throw-in that Caffrey's able to get on, and Gunaratna clears it towards the middle. Shula now trying to do something with it. Trying to get a play going here. That's Flanagan. Gets that ball down there to Gunaratna. That's a good spot to be in right here. Again, Caffrey trying to get involved, and Lazinski just running. And now that's Amata of Wissahickon who clears it down. A 2v2 here, and Cooper flying down there to get back on defense. So rain's starting to pick up here a little bit at Victory Field 1. Shriver now heads it. That will go to Caffrey in the middle. Looking to try to set up a play here. And she does, to the middle, to Lazinski, who's trying to power through. Lazinski slowing the ball down a little bit, trying to wait for other teammates. That's a shot by Gunaratna that will be just wide. Great succession of plays there for the Colonials. And Laney will sub out Shula.
Absolutely beautiful play by the Colonials. Sadly, just a little bit wide on that shot.
Very nice shot, though, with Gunaratna down there. There'll be a boot by Wiss. Again, the wind looked like it completely gobbled that one up. So hook to the side. Cooper now with the throw-in. That's a play to Caffrey. Caffrey heads it back. That clear here by Wiss. We'll see if they can get it out of their zone. They do, getting a little physical there with Schreiber and 24 of Wissahickon. Schreiber now powering through the ball. Schreiber looking to get that up there, and she does to Lazinski. Trying to move, and again, that'll be a clear by Wissahickon's goalie. Across the middle to Laney. Laney gets that to Branscombe. Wiss now trying to move that ball up, and just a little too much momentum on it as it rolls out for a Colonial throw-in by McNew. There's Laney trying to get that ball up, and she does. Making a move on it now to Lazinski. Lazinski moving, trying to look for that center play to Gunaratna. And that's intercepted by Wissahickon. Could have been a very deadly play there. Here's McNew trying to make a play on it. And that will be out on the Colonials. McNew getting very physical with Wissahickon's offense there.
I think this is an absolute dead even matchup so far. I mean, it has just been completely even. Neither team being able to get the advantage. Both kind of keeping at this point. Both time of possession is both really on both team sides at this point.
Oh, yeah. And shots on net, I'd say, are almost equal. Maybe Colonial with a couple more, but not much. There's a cross to the middle. And again, Gunaratna all over that one, and she's able to keep it out.
Kylee Freedman, that's got
And
in your head. Great job, Kylee. Here we go. Come on.
This will be a corner for Wissahickon. Watch for what the Colonials will do here with Amata here.
You're really going to have to keep an eye on Amata right now, because if they can get that ball to her, she can get that right in the goal with her strong leg.
Or even head it. I mean, you know, she's such an explosive player with all those goals she's netting in. There's the cross to the middle, which is right near Amata, but the Colonials are able to get on top of it. Now Lazinski looks to try to turn that down. She is moving, folks.
Hey, that doesn't hurt us. Hey, get the shape back. Get thick. Squeeze this way.
Anna Schools there with the clear, and Cooper throws it in to Gunaratne. Cooper to Gunaratne, who's now moving down the field. So it should get her doing track. She's fast, folks. Lozinski trying to get it towards the middle and create something here. There's Kylee again for Wiss. She's trying to show off some of her speed as Branscombe's right on her. She makes a very nice move with the ball there, getting it behind Branscombe and gets it down to the center. So we have a 2v2 here down in the Colonial zone. Looking for a turn and pass play there, and she does. Colonial trying to get on top of it, and they do. Clear here by Matthews. Or no, Matthews will let it go out. And then Colonial lucky there. A little bit of a scary sequence. A lot of very nice passing by this Wissahickon team.
Colonial defense, however, able to keep it together so far. Trying to keep that ball out of their net. Only had one close call with that double post.
Oof. Such a scary play there. Now in the mid part of the field here, Caffrey trying to make an aggressive move on the ball. She does. Now Wissahickon trying to turn it up. I think there'll be a stoppage there. That will be Wissahickon ball. Number 18 there, Anna Schools. And kicking it will be 13, Elena Bailey. On the side here, we have Shula and Kay getting ready to sub in. Colonials trying to do something here on defense and keep that ball out of that net as Lozinski's moving ferociously down there in the defensive zone. Wiss now trying to slow down, set up a nice play as that ball is rolling pretty quickly. 14 with the pass to the middle, and Schreiber, ooh, push there. That might be a card. Definitely a foul. A little bit of arms in there. Can't do that.
Not at all. It's been a very physical game, and that's just showing how bad it's been.
Oh yeah, you gotta love the games like this when it's just dog eat dog. Who's more physical? A nice pass play there. Lozinski trying to get in on it as she does. I tell you, I think half this team will be pretty good at track. We got a lot of really fast, explosive runners here. That's a play to Matthews. Again, this Wissahickon defense is so aggressive.
Trying to not give them an inch of territory at all. Trying to keep it as far away from that goal as possible.
The Colonial subs trying to get out there. They know that they need some fresh legs, and they're held off by the ref there. This will be Laney with the kick here. Colonials again looking to try to score here at the 9:30 mark of this game. All hands on deck here. There's the kick, which goes to Lozinski. And the Wissahickon goalie all over that one.
Second goalie really on top of everything. Not coming up an inch.
There's a clear there for Wiss. And Gunaratne making a nice play on it to Caffrey. Cleared down again by Wiss. McNew making a nice play there. She clears it down. That'll be another clear by Wiss's goalie to midfield. Gunaratne now getting there. She's going to pass it to Cooper. Cooper clears it down. And again, let's see. That might be on the line. Wissahickon able to keep that one in. Bailey there. Again, a lot of these kicks for Wiss down in that end of the field. The wind's starting to hook them up a little bit. Gunaratne trying to make a play. And that will stay in. Wow, that was very close. Gunaratne keeps it in. Lozinski with the cross to the middle, and Caffrey with a possible shot here. And what I think could have been a foul there is Caffrey was tripped up, and now the Colonial subs will finally be allowed in. As we also now have number 4 of the Colonials. That will be that will be junior Lindsey Berman. Subbed off will be Branscombe, Gunaratna, and Caffrey. With an explosive line out there now with the Colonials trying to just get that first goal in.
Both teams, it's what they're both looking for right now, right before the half ends.
And there's a play to the middle. Flanagan all over that one. And that'll be another Wissahickon clear here.
So far, it's really been staying down in Wissahickon territory so far. Colonial offense really on top of it. Once again, that Wissahickon goalie, so on top of everything. It's amazing what she can do.
Oh, yeah. Truly phenomenal. Almost reminds us of our own Devin Skiles in net. Two very strong goalies here today. As you can see, with that one flag over in our zone and then the flag over in Wissahickon zone, that Wissahickon flag is bending insanely because of the wind down there, which is just wicked. So during the second half, that'll be something to watch out for when the Colonials are on that side of the field. Lazinski now moving down there with the ball, trying to do something with the pass to Shula. Shula, who will cross it to the middle. That gets to Kay. And again, able to be broken up by Wissahickon. There's the throw, and that is off Wiss. And a play out there again by Wiss as the ball will stay in their zone. Lazinski now looking to try to do something.
Colonials trying to find an opening in the Wissahickon defense. And we're going to go to an interview right now where we have Caitlin Moore down with Caitlin Branscombe.
Hello and welcome back to CITV. So I have Katie Branscombe with me. She just came off the field. So how many days do you guys practice out of the week?
Some days 6 days a week, but most days 5.
And is there anything that you do during practices that help you better as a team? Any plays, anything that you can mention during the field that'll help you guys win?
Well, a lot of times we look at film from the teams we're about to play, and then we kind of like form a game plan off of that. So we'll know like the certain players and things that they do, like their corner plays, and so we work in practice on how to defend stuff like that, so we're prepared when it gets to the game.
Okay, thank you, and back to you guys.
There's Berman with a pass to the middle to Kay. Kay looking to do something in the middle there to Lazinski. And again, Wiss is able to evade another dangerous attack by the Colonials.
And we're just getting down to the 4-minute mark, and still no goals by either team so far. Both teams putting up a real good fight.
Here with 4 minutes left in the half, and I don't think there will be too much stoppage time, as there hasn't really been a whole lot of stoppages in this. A very clean first half, very minimal fouls, and time that took away from the game. There's a nice clear by Wissahickon. And there's Laney making a play on it. Laney gets that one down to Matthews, who's moving. Matthews trying to get it towards the middle. And that will again go to Wissahickon's goalie. Now I think Colonial's definitely starting to take over that amount of time in Wissahickon's zone and also time of possession and shots on net. So they're now starting to dominate this last part of the second half. Now Shula making a play. And a little bit of a miscommunication there by Berman and Shula.
I think definitely the subs that Colonials keep switching in and out, getting fresh people in all over. So no exhaustion really on the Colonial side.
Yeah, they all look very fresh, and they'll be out on Laney. Bailey will do the throwing again. You almost could say she could be the new Wissahickon quarterback with all these throw-ins. She's got a pretty good arm. And that will be out on Wissahickon, and now Cooper will throw in. Nice throw-in that's off of Berman. Again, it's so hard when you're that tight on the line to try to keep the ball in play sometimes. Now Berman's moving back, trying to get there on defense. Flanagan clears it out, and that will be another throw-in for Bailey.
Yeah, these balls will be going in and out, especially because of this wind. It's going to be taken in all different sorts of directions right
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's the throw-in. There's Kylee of Wissahickon trying to do something here, dancing with it a little bit. She smartly passed it to the center, and that is intercepted by McNew. McNew trying to get it out, who gets it to Laney. Laney now trying to turn it upfield, and she does to Kay. This can maybe be something here, folks. Kay looking for a pass. Smart pass there to Berman. Now Berman's looking. Let's see what she does. She threads it up to Lazinski. Lazinski trying to do something now. She turns around, and that will be off of her foot, I believe, for a Wissahickon throw-in.
And just now getting down to 1:30 left in the half.
Very nice, quick succession there by the Colonials. Again, this is exactly what you want to do at this point of the game. Try to get that goal in before the end of the half and have a lot of momentum going into the second half. Let's see what Shula to a pass to Schreiber. And now the Colonials will look to get back, boot that ball back towards Wissahickon zone. McNew there, moving the ball. Gets it to Matthews, and there will be a stoppage there with the foul on Wiss. Now Schreiber moving on the ball quickly, trying to do something here with that. Again, as you said, last minute here. So we're at the 50-second mark here of the first half. Schreiber with a nice boot down there. Just gets a little bit past Shula. Again, I think the wind caught it up, and that'll be a kick for Wiss. That'll be a pass I think Berman could get. Berman to Kay. Leah there, hit up a little bit by 20 on Wiss, but they won't call anything there. Let's see Matthews now, trying to do something, and again, that play there, definitely a clear foul by Amata. Now Schreiber looks to kick it. She's trying to set him, and she does. She kicks that ball down as we're at the 10-second mark here. Lazinski trying to do something, and the Colonials trying to get in front. Cooper now trying to get a quick throw in before the end of this half. And she does. It will be halftime. And the Colonials I don't think want it to be, because at that point they really were just starting to put the foot on the gas there in the Wissahickon zone and get a lot of very nice plays.
They were inches away from a goal right there, but Wissahickon's defense still on top of them even at that last moments.
Again, just excellent effort by the Colonials running down those balls and really just fully exerting themselves and playing to their 100% capacity. And again, they have a whole other half left to play. And, you know, I definitely think within the next half, somebody is going to score because both offenses look great. Again, just both defenses really getting the better of both, and goaltenders making some fantastic saves. And also a little bit of luck with that wind, doing both goalies a little bit of a favor, keeping any balls from rolling in there.
Absolutely.
And as we see now, the Colonials going out there after quickly talking with their coach, probably going to regroup. And now, with it being halftime, we're going to cut to a quick break.
Hello and welcome back. We're just getting ready to start the second half of Plymouth Whitemarsh versus Wissahickon. It is currently 0-0, but as I've been standing on here on the sidelines, I've noticed a lot of commentary coming from Plymouth Whitemarsh side. Coaches are really emphasizing defense. The girls are doing a great job of keeping it down at Wissahickon's goal, but the problem is once a pass to the girls aren't getting it in the goal. So coaches are really trying to emphasize it there, but overall they're doing a great job of keeping it down at Wissahickon's goal. There's no goal scored for PW or Wiss, but it's about 1:30 until the half starts, and I'll see you then.
Now Wiss looking to try to do something here. Again, this wind only picking up down here. There's Laney with the pass to Lazinski. There's Kay. We see, obviously, their legs are a little bit fresher as they're able to get that halftime rest in. Both teams still seem very fired up, very energetic, and trying to, again, turn the tide of this game in the second half. There's a nice kick to the midfield by Wissahickon's goalie, near Schreiber, trying to make a play on it. Pass it to Cooper, who passed it to Flanagan. Flanagan now getting it over to McNew. McNew passing it to the center to Laney. There's Matthews, who got a little bit of a passing clinic going here, but just a little bit too much. Again, I think that wind gobbled up that ball and put it out of bounds. There's a throw, and the McNew reads right away and gets it to Shula. Shula now looking to do something, as she does, and gets it up to McNew. McNew now off the foot of number 14 of Wissahickon. That'll be a throw in by McNew. Let's see what she can do here. She has a very nice throw to Shula. That will go to Matthews now. Matthews gets it to McNew. There's Schreiber quickly moving on the ball, as Laney also trying to make a move on it. Laney now with the ball, gets it up to Lazinski. Let's see, Max might try to do something here. That's across to the middle that Kay was all over. But again, just a little bit too much. And I believe that will be Wissahickon ball for the clear.
Strong start of the half for both teams, really. Colonials offense still keeping it down on the Wissahickon side so far. Really kind of giving the Colonials goalies defense a little bit of a break right now.
For sure, and you definitely want to keep her as fresh as you can and not too tired. Obviously, you start to wear down on a goalie when it's just shot after shot after shot after shot. And eventually, gets to be enough where they're just so tired, one of them just ends up going in. So now we see Wissahickon trying to make a move here. She gets it to the middle to Marudo again. Cooper now making a play, and I think that will be a foul on Wiss for a kick for Colonial. Yep. Amato, rather, sorry. Amato, number 17 for Wiss. And now the rain's starting to pick up again as we have a light drizzle here hitting us in the booth. That goes to Lazinski, but again, Wiss all over that one. Matthews now trying to slow that one down with their head. And there's Amato again. Coop trying to chase that one down. Cooper, a varsity player for soccer and basketball here at PW. Started, I think she was getting reps on varsity as a freshman on basketball. And again, a lot of multi-sport talent here at PW.
Absolutely versatile players, can do whatever, really.
Exactly, and I mean, one of the main things with soccer is being able to have that endurance, and a lot of these players do, being, that they play these sports that are so physically demanding and require so much upper body and cardiorespiratory strength. And yep, the rain just continually picking up with the wind.
Yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit harder now. Still only slight drizzle, though, so we're still doing pretty good.
There's Laney trying to make a play on it. Again, you kind of like a situation like this. The rain starts to pick up. Sometimes gets the ball a little bit wet, a little more slippery. Defender tries to get it. Offense gets it, bangs it in. Goalie's hands are a little bit wet. You can take any sort of advantage you can in games like this where it's just anything you can get to try to give you an advantage. And McNew moving very powerfully on the ball. She tries to get it to Matthews. And McNew almost passes it to herself there. A little bit physical with the bump off there. Moving it over to Shula. Shula then gets it over to Laney. Laney to the middle to McNew. McNew with a very nice move there on the ball, trying to get it to Kay, and that will be cleared by Wissahickon. Again, Colonial all over this Wissahickon defense. And the Wissahickon defense really just giving their goalie the best chance they can to win, and they are very much aggressive in this end of the first half and beginning of the second half.
Yeah, Colonial's teamwork with their passes going back and forth to each other has been absolutely stunning so far. Nothing like it.
Tries to get that throw off again, and what is just becoming a continuously worsened condition with this weather. There's Kay making a move on it. Berman with the pass to Shula. Shula now trying to turn it up, and she gets it to the middle. That's rolling, and that will just go wide. Again, a little bit of a far out shot, but that wind really gave it a second wind and put a lot of momentum on that ball as it just goes a little bit wide. And the Wissahickon goalie will try to kick it.
Rain's starting to pick up a little harder now.
Oh, yeah.
Cool off some of the players so far after running the rounds for so long.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sure they're not the Wicked Witch of the West. They can handle a little bit of rain here.
Yeah.
There's number 11 of Wissahickon trying to make a move. We're talking so much about the Colonials offense, you almost forgot about Wisses as they get it clear to the middle that Skiles is able to stop with a beautiful catch there. Nice save by Devin to add to her already enormous stat sheet of saves this season. Devin looking to try to get the right play and a nice boot there to the center that will go to Kay. Kay trying to make something of it. 20 with a little bit of a size advantage over her, but that's no matter. She gets the pass off to Berman. Berman now looking to do something along that side. Berman gets it over to the center as the coach is trying to stress there. That will be out on the Trojans. Now Cooper with the throw-in. Again, the Colonials working against the wind now. Lazinski trying to move it up. Colonial with the throw-in again for Lazinski. That will go to Cooper. That will be out on Bailey of Wissahickon. Lazinski with another throw-in, which will go to Kay. Kay moving it with a beautiful pass to the center. Oh, Matthews just turned a little bit too early. Could have made a very nice play there, cutting down the middle. And as you see, Shula very aggressive on the ball, trying to get it towards that Colonial offensive zone. Bella now turning it. She gets a pass to the middle, intended to Shula. That was going to 22 of Wiss. And that will be out on Wissahickon. McNew now with the throw-in. McNew right in the center to Laney. Laney now trying to make a move. She gets to Matthews. Matthews, a nice play off the foot of 14. Matthews again trying to turn it up, and that will be cleared by Wissahickon. And it stayed in. I thought it was going out, but it stayed in. That will be off flag, and I believe 24 Wiss gets it. Colonial trying to turn it up, and they do. Shriver tries to get it, and her foot just couldn't quite get enough contact on it. And that ball goes down the hill. And now it will be a throw-in for Wissahickon. Very intense second half as they are wasting no time in trying to pressure both sides of the field. There's McNew just trying to get that ball out, and that will be off of the Colonials, I believe, off of McNew's foot. This will be another throw-in for Wissahickon at the 31-minute mark of this second half.
Those teams yearning for that first goal so far, really trying to put as much pressure as
That, I believe, will
possible
be
now.
off Schreiber. On the side here, we have the girl that was just interviewed last half, Lanscombe, or Branscombe, rather.
I feel like some of the girls might be getting energized by the rain, some down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, and again, sometimes different conditions, players play differently and causes them to wake up a little bit sometimes after a long day at school. And there's a play off the hip of McNew. And here we have a very important corner for Wissahickon as they're trying to slice into Colonials defense, as they've been having a little bit of trouble for this end of the first going into the second. And they get a play to the middle with a shot that is eaten up by a Colonial defender. It's right in the front, and the shot goes wide. Again, dangerous break there for Wissahickon. And now coming in is Branscombe, who will be subbing out.
And we'll be coming to a quick interview with Caitlin Moore and Ella Conroy. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello and welcome back to this rainy second half. I'm here with Ella Conroy. So I just have a couple questions. Have you played Wissahickon before in the past? Won, lost to them?
Yeah, we won to them twice last year, and we lost once this year.
Okay, and how are the coaches when it comes to the game and the practices? Are they really intense, or do they really like nurture and coach you guys well?
Yeah, they really coach us well. They're not like laid back, I would say, but they're not like on like screaming at us all the time.
All right, and I'll send it back to you and Jason and Nick.
Nice to hear from the future of this soccer program with sophomore Ella Conroy. Ella also a member of the Colonial Players as she did the musical last year, Legally Blonde. There's a pass up. There we go, Shula moving the ball downfield. See what she can do here. She's got a little bit of space. And there's Matthews trying to make a play on it again. Getting a little bit physical with Wiss, throwing some arms in there. Shriver tries to get it up, and it's blocked by Amato. Amato now trying to make a play on it, and Cooper is right there. Shula now trying to make a move on the ball. She gets it back over to Flanagan. Flanagan trying to get it out. Dangerous play here. Shriver is moving down the field, just trying to clear it, and she does. Thankfully, as that was an uneven matchup there that could have led to a possible Wissahickon goal. And the rain really starting to come down now.
Yeah, it's getting a little rainy now. That ball's going to get a little wet. We might see a little more slip-ups, hoping for an opportunity for either team to probably score now.
Hopefully the Colonials.
Yes.
There's Lozinski trying to make a play on it. Again, 3 whole people she's got to try to beat up that side of the field, and she does. Oh, man, it's so physical, and I think that'll be a foul on Wissahickon, as there was lots of arms and grabbing there on that, and she's just trying to turn it up the field. Colonials now trying to do something special. Get that first goal as Kay will kick. There's the kick by Kay right down the center. Rolls just a little bit to the side, and Wissahickon will kick it yet again. Coach DeLucia expressing a little bit of not the hugest liking of that play there. Again, such a key opportunity there, trying to score, as every play here could, really be a deciding factor in this game at this point.
Absolutely.
There's
One slip-up
Shula.
can mean the game.
Shula now at the pass over to Berman. Berman then gives it back up to Lozinski. A little bit of a shoulder there, getting a little physical. And now sub. Fiona Gunaratne will come in, and she'll sub out Berman. Seems the past couple times they've bought Gunaratne, and she's had some pretty fresh legs and was able to immediately get involved as soon as she was subbed in. So we'll see if that's able to help the Colonials here deep in Wissahickon zone.
Explosive player so far. And
There's Shula to the middle. Oh, and Matthews trying to get in it, and the ball's still rolling, and now it will finally be stopped by Wissahickon's goalie. Deadly sequence there for the Colonials as they were just inches away from getting that first goal.
You'll see the Colonials be constantly switching out and subbing out different players, trying to keep everyone fresh as possible. Wissahickon, you're not seeing much of that subbing in and out so far.
They might try to utilize a little bit more of their subbing towards the end of this game, and hopefully it doesn't end up backfiring on the Colonials. And there's Matthews trying to make a play on it. Again, it looks like the field is a little bit slippery there. There's McNew trying to block that one immediately in the face of 11, and she gets a tip on it. Schreiber tries to keep it in, and it will be off her foot now. Wiss trying to move quickly. Get that ball down towards the Colonial zone. 11 throws it in. And I believe that might be a foul on the Colonials as it is. And this will be another kick for Wissahickon as the Colonial line moving down there. Devin making a signal to Sam and Ani there. She seems ready in that net, jumping, getting ready to try to stop it. Goes right down the center, and she's able to stop it. It slips up a little bit, I think, because the ball is wet, but she's able to stop that one easily. Dev again trying to look for a play that she likes here. Gunaratne now trying to get in as she gets ahead. 13 clogs her up a little bit, and Wissahickon clears it right back down towards Flanagan.
Even with the slippery field and slippery ball, both teams really not even giving either team an opportunity to really try and get a goal in. Both offenses are playing absolutely fantastic, but the defenses on both sides still are keeping a strong showing up and not letting either team get a hand.
And now Shriver is going to kill this one, I would think. And she does. She gets a very nice touch on that towards the middle. There's Flanagan. Again, trying to move that ball past midfield. The Colonials, another opportunity. Shula now moving the ball up towards the middle. She cuts to the side. Now Wiss trying to do something up the middle here. Schreiber all over that one. As the one player made a move behind her, number 2 of Wissahickon. Wissahickon now moving down towards there. Wiss, number 7, trying to make something. She shoots, and Devin is able to stop that one. A very nice shot. Definitely could have did something there, but again, Devin able to stop it. And now Gunaratne making a play on it. It looked like there was a bit of a miscommunication, but now the Colonials are moving. Cooper trying to move it up again. And now we have 32 of Wissahickon moving up. Flanagan moving it, trying to get it out of there. In the last couple minutes, we have seen a sequence that is very Wissahickon offense heavy.
Devin finally forced to put in the work right now, man. Chilling just in her goal so far, but finally Wissahickon is starting to bring it down.
There's a nice play there by Gunaratne. Okay, now trying to make a play on it. Shula now trying to slow it. Get that over there to Matthews. A little bit of a senior connection there. Both captains as well. And that will be a foul on that one by Wissahickon. Now the Colonials trying to move that ball up. Schreiber will kick it. A little bit of confusion on where the kick is. Schreiber gets it ready. Schreiber had several assists on kicks like these. Let's see if she can get one here. She gets it, and it's headed out by Wissahickon, but the Colonials are able to keep it there. Kay, now going to slow it, get it towards the center, gets the Shula up, and it just rolls a little bit past her. Now Wissahickon looking for a break. McNew trying to turn upfield now. Now Matthews is moving. Matthews looking to cross to the center. As she does, gets it across the center, and again it's broken up by Wiss. McKenzie trying to get in there. Wiss's goalie trying to settle it, and she does. Very nice effort there by the Colonials. The rain looks like it has come to almost a standstill now, thankfully, and probably won't play too much more of a heavy factor into this one unless it picks up again, but I don't believe it is. I think that this storm has finally rolled past.
I think we're safe.
Now 20 for Wissahickon comes and subs out 22, and we have Caffrey and Kosvich now getting ready to sub in. Gunaratne trying to make a play on it as it goes out. The Colonial subs come in. Let's see who they sub out. It will be Kay and Matthews. And now we have Cooper making a play on it. And that will go out. Wissahickon now trying to do something again and move that ball towards the Colonial zone as we're at the 20-minute mark of this. 20-minute mark of this half.
And we're still at 0-0. It's a really
Again,
close game so far.
Just a defensive grudge match. Neither team really letting the other team do too much.
Absolutely.
A lot of offense, too. Definitely some nice stuff for girls' highlight reel if, they're looking at any college with a lot of the seniors on this team. There's Schreiber. A nice kick trying to get it out. Branscombe turns it up, gives to Flanagan, or I'm sorry, Kosvich. Kosvich now tries to chase that down. That will be out. 11 of Wissahickon now goes for the throw-in. Nice throw-in play, but Colonial all over it. Shula tries to get out. 20, then gets it again. And I believe that will now be a Colonial clear. They'll be able to get this one out of there. Schreiber now looking to get a nice boot to midfield. And she does. Tended towards Caffrey. Now Lazinski trying to slow it. And Wissahickon will get it. Stay cleared up now. And Flanagan is on that one. That ball's kicked towards the center. It looks like Gunarana will slow it down. She's trying to get it away from that Colonial player. Number 7 of Wissahickon, very quick. That is Kylee Freedman. Very quick legs. And now there's a player down for Wiss. We'll see if that causes a stoppage. Cooper clears it down. And I think we might need a sub in for that player down there on the field.
Doesn't look good.
Yep, I mean, sometimes you're on that turf and your foot gets stuck in there. Causes a little bit of problem. Never good. Couldn't tell if it was a contact injury or more of just the field doing her dirty.
Well, she's standing up. Look like she's.
That's a good sign.
doing
She's
pretty
walking
good.
on her own power, and I believe that is Bailey. Yep, Bailey up, and good to see that she's walking. And they will sub in number 10. That is Crystal Soon. And so, partner, we're at the 18-minute mark, and it is still 0-0. If this game goes to overtime, it is a first goal wins it kind of style of game. And, again, I think regulation or overtime, if it were to go to there, it's really going to be the first goal wins it. As I can't really see too many more goals being scored in this game. And, again, it's so close.
And both teams holding up so well so far, but even if it goes into overtime, we still may not see a goal go in. We never know right now.
Yeah, for
both
real.
teams playing so strong and so good, not giving up anything.
To be honest, I would hate to call penalties. So much pressure. I'd almost want to get out there and maybe kick one. Just you could cut the suspense with a knife, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of the winning team with that, and it's even more heartbreaking being a part of the losing team if it were to progress that far. Again, we still have 18 minutes left here in the second half.
You never know. Still a big chunk of time we have left, but if past portions of this game have shown, not going to be much scoring here.
Let's hope the Colonial girls hurt us and they want to prevent overtime here.
Yeah.
There's Cooper trying to make a move on the ball. And there's a play with Lazinski, but again, it's just too close to the line, and that will be Wissahickon ball. The goalie, Quinn Klessel of Wissahickon, having a fantastic performance today.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of pressure on her, but she's refusing to let up. Very great endurance and stamina from her, keeping up with all of them.
Definitely, I would say Wissahickon's MVP right now. She is just playing phenomenally. Faced several very, very, very strong attacks by the Colonial side and was able to keep that clean sheet in this game. That will be out on Flanagan. There's the throw-in for Wiss. And again out on Wiss. Now it'll be Colonial's ball. And the throw-in for Cooper. Cooper gets it to Gunaratna, who gets it to Caffrey. Gunaratna now trying to chase that down along with Branscombe. Brancombe's now tries to do something. Gets to Shula. Shula now trying to turn that one up to Kosvich. Kosvich trying to save it. And it just rolls a little bit too much. Again, I think that wet grass really aided that ball in rolling a little bit quicker. Schreiber clears it down there. Caffrey trying to chase that down. Almost does. And there we have a little bit of a tumble there. There's Caffrey moving it down. Max trying to get down towards there. And again, that Wissahickon defense, so quick on their feet, is able to chase down the speed of Lazinski. McKenzie trying to make a move here. And she kicks it. Oh, and it just goes wide.
Just barely a miss.
22 and 13 of Wissahickon now come in.
Both teams so far, an absolutely stunning performance by Colonials offense, and like you said, the MVP probably for Wissahickon, their goalie, just absolutely unstoppable.
Grace Mullen and Bailey both sub in here for Wissahickon. It's Lena Bailey. There's a kick down there. Here's Schul with another pass up to Caffrey. Caffrey then gives it to Brainscombe, who gives it to Schreiber. Schreiber loses it there in the middle, and Lazinski trying to chase it down. Schreiber trying to push the envelope a little bit there. She does. Kosvich now trying to chase it down. It goes through the leg. Lazinski trying to chase it down, and the goalie is quickly there to cover that one up. This will be a bomb here by the Wissahickon goalie, and that hits the head of 20 of Wissahickon. Two subs on the side here for the Colonials. We have senior Sam Matthews and junior Natalie Laney. There's Bailey with the kick for Wissahickon. She gets it right down the middle. Schreiber tries to read it, and it gets a little bit of a bounce. Now Kosvich trying to turn it up, and that will be Colonial ball. Lazinski now coming off and catching her first break of the game, and also Shula. Both very much needed a little bit of a break here, get some water, as they both were very much in the offensive zone, doing a lot of work this half. There's Caffrey trying to move that ball down. Colonials trying to get it down there. Shriver and McNew both trying to get on that ball, and there's McNew turning it again, trying to get it upfield, and she does to Matthews. Matthews now trying to turn it up. Matthews to the center. That goes to Gunaratne, and it's rolling. Gunaratne's near it. Oh, and the goalkeeper, Wiss, just gets out there and gets it away. Again, a deadly play. And now coming off for the Colonial will be Eliza Kligerman, Jr., subbing out Kosvich. First time on the pitch today for Kligerman. She looks to do some damage here. Ball bounces dangerously close towards the Wiss zone, but it is no matter, as it will be, yet again, another kick for the Wissahickon goalkeeper.
Let's see if the fresh sub of the Colonials can maybe just edge out a goal for the Colonials, keeping us from going into overtime. We'll see.
There's the clear for the goalkeeper. Caffrey all over that one, as she's now trying to look to make a play here. Kligerman with those fresh legs running down there. That'll be out on Wissahickon. And the sub, Shula, comes right back out. It seems that she only really got a minute to rest up there, and she's already out. As now she'll sub out Brainscombe. McNew looking to make a nice throw in here. Maybe get that first goal. Goes to Caffrey. Caffrey trying to get it. And we will see what the ref calls here. I believe this will be a Colonial corner. Sam Matthews now with the corner. Colonials will try to set up, make a nice play here, see if they can do something. Wiss desperately trying to get it out. McNew keeps it. Goes to the center towards Shula. Shula now trying to make a play. Schreiber now gets it, clears it towards the center, going towards Gunaratne, and I think that will be an offside. Just, again, just a couple feet, and that could have possibly been a goal.
The wind, which has been so pivotal in this game so far, has really just started to die down a little bit, which the wind earlier was really just keeping control of where that ball was going. And the wind was just constantly moving the ball over, but we're going to have Caitlin down there for a sideline analysis so far. We'll see you when we're done.
Hello and welcome back to the Sideline Report. I'm Caitlin Moore, and I just wanted to note on some things that I've been noticing as I've been standing here. The weather is not doing too great in their favor. It's been raining, which has caused the turf to become slippery. It's caused the ball to become slippery. Also, the wind, it controls the direction of where the ball goes. Also, there's been a lot of fouls recently. A lot of pushing, shoving on both sides. A girl actually had to be subbed out because she unfortunately injured her foot. But I'll let you know if there's anything else. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Caitlin. And yes, as she was saying, a lot of fouls. It's getting very physical down here in this game. And let's see, Shulin out the play towards the middle. It's bouncing, and I think the Wissahickon goalkeeper will be able to stop that one.
Yeah, I think both teams are just so desperate for that last goal that they're willing to do anything really at this point to get it.
Exactly, and if it means giving up a card, they might be willing to, if it stops the goal and or helps aid in getting one. And there will be two subs coming in. Lazinski, who's able to get a nice little breather. She'll come in for Kligerman. And number 12 of Wissahickon coming in. That is Sophia Chiodo Ortiz. Now coming out there for Wissahickon. Now Schreiber trying to make a play on it. Schreiber almost doesn't. She stumbles again, I think, because of that wet turf. Now Schreiber trying to make a move up that field. And a nice pass down there towards Matthews. Matthews with two people on her. Trying to make a move as she's really getting close. That aggressive play by Wissahickon as she stumbles. I think that could have been a foul right there. And it will remain Wissahickon ball.
Well, I think we see the sun finally starting to peek out over. It's been a pretty ominous game so far. Been pretty dark and gray, but I think we're finally starting to see the sun peek out a little bit. So it's starting to turn into a pretty nice day.
Hopefully this is a sign here for the Colonials that their first goal might be close. As we are now at the 8:15 mark of this second half. And now the Colonials trying to turn back as it's a 3-on-2. Colonials running as fast as they can, trying to break that up. And they do with a great play by Laney. That will be a foul on Wissahickon, I believe, and the Colonials will be able to get that out of there. A fantastic play by Laney, breaking up that offensive surge by Wissahickon. Here's Schreiber clearing it down towards Caffrey. Caffrey then gets it to Matthews. Matthews now trying to turn it up the middle of the field. And I think they're going to call a foul on Matthews there. It's got a little bit physical. Or, no, I'm sorry, they will call that on Wissahickon. Colonials now trying to shift their offensive unit down there.
Trying to hopefully get a setup for that elusive first goal, which has eluded both teams so far. But hopefully the Colonials will be able to pull out an edge.
Here's Ava looking to do some damage with that heavy foot of hers. Bang, and another masher down there towards the center. And that's stopped by the Colonial defense again. Oh, I'm sorry, by the Wissahickon defense again. Colonials trying to get that in the center, and they do, as they get it to Matthews. And that'll be a foul on Wissahickon, as the ball now moving again down towards the Wissahickon zone. We have Kay here on the side, looking to sub in. We hear Coach DeLucia talking to his players, trying to get them to score that goal. They could maybe decide this game, and Shriver with another beautiful kick down there. Now it's a 2-on-3 break here for Wissahickon as they get it towards the center. Colonial defense needing to do something. Oh, and just near the post. Oh, my goodness. What a great shot there by Wissahickon that, again, I thought could have been the one that maybe puts this one away. And again, just a little bit too high there for Wissahickon. And goalie Devin made her best effort. And again, just such a high shot. So hard to stop. And sub Leah Kay now comes in. Takes off Emily Caffrey. Maybe the fresh legs here could give a little bit of an advantage. There's a nice kick towards the center. There's Ava again. You can hear the sound of her just killing that ball. I asked her before the game, I said, how do you put so much power into those kicks? She told me, I just kick. She said it's really that simple, and she said, you know, there is thought that goes into it, but a lot of it is just having those natural athletic instincts and, you know, just making the play on that you would like to make. And so you see here, this will be a throw-in here for Wissahickon. Or a throw-in for the Colonials by Laney. Laney gets it down there towards Kay, and 14 is able to intercept it. Here's Shula towards the middle, trying to turn up that side, trying to get it to Gunaratna. Gunaratna making a move now towards the zone. She hits a shot up, and it's just a little bit off her foot. Not quite the contact she wanted, and that will be another Wissahickon kick.
Now just below 5 minutes at 4:30 left in this second half. So close to overtime. I think neither team really wants to go into overtime, both trying to find at least get one goal in before this half ends, but it's not looking too great for either team, so it's looking like so far that we'll be getting into overtime.
Yeah, that goalie for Wissahickon really getting a lot of practice in for her kicking this game as she's cleared many, many, many balls. And there's and there's Cooper getting it down there towards the Wissahickon zone. And there's Flanagan getting the ball up there towards Matthews. Matthews now looking to try to do something. It gets over to Shula. Shula now moving the ball, trying to make a smart pass here. Goes to Kay. Kay now turning up the field. The defense clogging up the Colonials yet again, as we see Shula making a nice play, trying to outspeed 17, and she does. Shula gets it over to Cooper. Cooper now slowing it, gets it up down there towards that zone. Matthews is the last one to touch it, I believe, and that will be another kick for Wissahickon. Again, the Colonials getting inches and inches closer to that first goal, and it's just eluding them. I tell you, for a first game for the both of us, I don't think we could have picked a better one, as this is an amazing game with so many awesome plays in the offensive zone.
Absolutely, both teams playing at their absolute best, but neither able to get really an advantage over the other ones. True grudge match, we'd say, right here.
Colonials now trying to do something in midfield as they do. Shula is able to intercept it, gets it to Kay. Kay now looking to make a play, and she just underplays it a little bit. She hustles down towards that sideline to keep it in, and she does. An amazing play by Kay to get it towards McKenzie. And McKenzie tangled up there with 8 as the goalie's able to get it again. I just want to say by Kay there, amazing second effort. She underplays the ball a little bit. It goes towards the line, and she immediately ran it down and made a beautiful pass to McKenzie in that offensive zone. Here's Schreiber now at midfield, trying to get it down towards Matthews. Matthews now trying to run that ball down.
Just now at about the 2-minute and 15-second mark.
I hope Klessel's ready, because this Colonial line is looking like it's not stopping anytime soon with just peppering her with these shots. And here's Cooper trying to move down. Cooper now looking to make a smart play here on this throw-in. Could be the deciding factor in this game. And it goes to Amato again. Amato trying to make a move to get it out of her team zone and gets it right back to Flanagan. Flanagan with a soft touch in the middle that Wiss is able to get, but McNew with a beautiful play gets it back up towards the Colonial side again. Now Schreiber trying to get it up there again. Here's Cooper working the side. And that will be Wissahickon ball on a close play. Let's see. We'll see if that's a foul. It is. Wissahickon now moving into the Colonial zone with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Again, crunch time. Colonial defense needs to step up here, make some nice plays. Try to get that ball out.
It is make or break at this moment right now.
So crucial in this game. Again, we hear the Wissahickon coach stressing the importance of trying to just move that ball forward, try to get it closer to goalie Devin Skiles. That goes directly to Ava Schreiber. Ava Schreiber will try to get out of the zone. She does. Now the Colonial offense trying to move back towards that zone, put a little bit of pressure for this last 40 seconds of this game. The ball's moving down towards Cooper, and that will go out. Wissahickon ball. There's Schreiber moving it up again, just stopping any sort of forward progress of a possession for Wissahickon. And now we have multiple Colonials trying to get that ball. Ball's cleared towards the middle. We'll see who tries to get that one first, and that will be out on Wissahickon. Now Leah has a throw-in. She'll try to get this down as quick as she can as there's 15 seconds left. Mackenzie now trying to get it. She has 2 players on her. Now Wissahickon trying to turn it down. Flanagan immediately reads that play and is able to try to get it out of their zone. McNew gets it up. Matthews moving down now. There's Kay trying to make a play on it. Hits the wrong part of her foot now. McNew's trying to move down. McNew gets it towards the middle, but again, the wind eats that one up a little bit. And that will take us to the end of this half. And again, just a back and forth with the end there that was basically a summary of what this game has been. Both teams just not letting up. Both goalies doing a fantastic job. I'm excited for overtime, but I'm also nervous because now it is not, a matter of how many goals are scored and who finishes with the most, but it is that first goal for the win. A lot of pressure for both goalies. We'll see if they can keep their cool and try to extend this overtime period.
Exactly. Whoever gets first goal of the game. Neither goals have been scored by either team so far. It has been an absolute, very close match so far. Both teams playing at their absolute best. An amazing game to come and watch.
A little point I'd like to note. We see there's several parents there on the sideline who have roughed it out, and now this nice weather with a nice little breeze, and also the torrential downpour that we had about 20 minutes ago, and a lot of respect to those parents staying out, watching those games, and supporting their kids, obviously, as they've been seeing a great game so far.
Absolutely. There's really not been one better.
Now a couple-minute break. Colonials will refresh, get a little bit of water, and try to regroup, draw up something here, and try to make a deciding play in overtime now.
Try and get something going for the Colonials to see if they can finally get something through on the Wissahickon defense, on that Wissahickon goalie, which has been absolutely unstoppable so far in this game. Major props to her.
Yeah, Quinn Kessel, great player.
Unstoppable performance. And pretty soon we're actually going to be having Foundation Day coming up on September 28th, where we'll just be having a lot of family fun, food trucks, inflatable bouncy castles, and vendor and craft fair, and much, much more. It'll be going from 11:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m.
Great
Hope
time.
to see you there.
A great time with this Colonial communities. We get to see a lot of local businesses come out around the school. We get to see a lot of fun with the kids and the adults, and it's an awesome way that this community comes together and highlights the awesomeness that is Colonial District.
Absolutely. Such a great community we have here, and I'm so happy that I'm a part of it.
Same here. We also, on CITV, just conducted a news episode that was posted today on this past week, and several highlights, including students' trips to Italy and also to Washington, D.C. for a student summit for UNICEF Club. A lot of really good stuff on there. Folks like to check that out. We also have highlights from yesterday's volleyball match with PW that they were able to win. I was able to have the fun time of being able to call that one as Colonials won in 3 straight sets and showed off their brilliance there in the volleyball division. A lot of really great teams here at Colonial with a very awesome winning culture of brilliant athletics and also amazing academics.
Absolutely. And just recently, actually, we're going to be having a new show premiering very soon, Colonial Conquest. As a group of 4 adventurers, we'll be going out into the world of monsters and magic, where it'll be premiering very soon, and we hope all of you watch it. It should be a very entertaining show where we have the game Dungeons & Dragons, a very old game, but a popular game nonetheless.
I'll be honest, I didn't know about that one, partner. I'll probably check that one out. I'm a big fan of that game, and obviously given the recent popularity of a lot of 80s themed shows such as Stranger Things and such, it seems games like that are starting to make a comeback. I'll definitely check that one out, and a lot of people watching this show too. I'm sure it's very entertaining.
Absolutely, should be a very fun time. And we're just about down to a minute left before heading into overtime. So We'll see what's going to happen.
We have the captains here, Shula and Amato, as they'll do the coin flip to determine who has possession and where the ball will be defended. They both wish each other good luck as we are now 50 seconds away from getting this overtime underway.
It's an exciting time, an exciting game, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
The sun really is on our side now, as it is now beautiful out here. Crystal clear, gorgeous weather, perfect for soccer.
Absolutely.
Definitely a lot better than a torrential downpour.
Yeah. I'd say so, just a bit, although I'm sure the players probably weren't complaining, cooling them off a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Although the goalies might not like that too much, as it makes their job a little bit harder.
That's true, but they've still been doing a great job. After all, neither team has scored so far. That's why we're heading into an overtime.
Oh, yeah. Yep, a big-time rivalry here with Wissahickon and Colonial. I called the volleyball game yesterday versus Wissahickon, and again, it's such a great rivalry because both schools are so close to each other. Both schools produce so many great teams and have so many great members of those teams, and such strong communities that are so close to each other. And we get to see the beauty of this SOL division featuring these teams across Montgomery County.
And it's looking like we're having both teams head out now, setting up for overtime, see who can win.
I'm excited. Let's see what happens.
Should be a very interesting game.
And we'll have a 10-minute period here to start off overtime. So we hear the coach for Colonial stressing the importance of getting pressure early on in this, trying to just get the wind out of the ball and try to take this game away from Wissahickon and gain that second place spot in the SOL. As that ball rolls down and it stays in. And now Wissahickon will now look for the throw-in. Colonial trying to put as much pressure as they can, trying to intercept one of these throw-ins, get this game over with as quickly as possible. Cooper there, very physical. That will be a throw-in for Cooper of Colonial. Cooper with the throw-in over to Lozinski. Lozinski makes a nice play on the ball, and it just goes off the foot of Berman. Wissahickon now with a throw-in. Colonial keeping their players down towards that zone, trying to intercept this. And there's Laney. Laney trying to make a play, and I believe it was off of her foot. Now Bailey of Wissahickon with a throw-in. She throws it in, and it gets towards midfield. Again, we see Shula immediately pushing the envelope. McKenzie also as well, getting in the faces of those Wissahickon defenders. Ball shifting down towards Colonial's defensive zone, but they're able to clear it. Now Berman looks to try to chase it down as there's a header that goes out off of Bailey. Here's Cooper now trying to do something with it on this throw-in. She throws it in, it goes to Berman. And I believe that ball is still in. As it very nicely goes on the side, and we see again another play by Kay along the side. Very heads-up play by Kay, keeping that ball in, keeping it alive, and moving Colonial farther down the field. Lozinski now trying to make a play. She passed it to Shula. Shula now looking to maybe cross it towards the center. She gets it to player. She gets it to Isabel McNew. McNew gets it down there, and it just rolls down. Now it'll be another kick for Klessel of Wissahickon.
Still so close so far, even in this new half. You're seeing a new energy coming out. Both teams really yearning for that final goal and to end this game in victory.
We see now Case trying to move it up the field. Very aggressive as she gets it towards Lozinski. Lozinski trying to get a break as the ball's starting to roll away from her a little bit. She tries to get a pass towards the center, and that will be off of Wissahickon for a Colonial corner. They will now try to set up into a key position here and get that goal. So it's 7:30 here in this overtime period. Shula with the corner. I'm going to say look for McNew to maybe settle this one out. Wind starting to die down a little bit in that section. Still a little bit strong. There's Shula towards the middle. And there's a head. Oh, and it's towards the Colonials. Schreiber trying to get it on it. Oh, and the ball just rolls out. And then Matthews tries to get it. Shula tries to get it. Shula with the kick. Oh, and the save. And then it's rolling. And it scores! And the Colonials win the game, folks. On a brilliant goal off a roll off the goalie. A fantastic way to finish it here for the home team as they take a huge game versus Wissahickon to get that second spot in the SOL. Partner, that's as good as it gets.
Nothing better. Absolutely amazing game on both sides. Couldn't have asked for anything better. And the Colonials getting some revenge on Wissahickon after their 2-0 loss from them. I'm sure the Colonials are really happy at this point.
Oh, yeah, you can see those smiles, and they are very real. As the coaches are happy, the players are happy. A fantastic performance. Again, goalkeeper Devin Skiles is able to get the shutout in a close overtime performance. And we have the handshakes, a great sign of sportsmanship for both teams. Both teams truly did play fantastic games in an utter grudge match of just defensive grit. And the Colonials able to get that better part in in the 7th minute of that overtime period. And again, just fun stuff to watch. I really thoroughly enjoyed this one, and this will be one that the Colonials try to ride the momentum into this second half of the season and try to, push even closer to going into the playoffs, being that they're second in the SOL.
Absolutely, an absolutely amazing performance by both teams, but the Colonials just edging out a victory. So close and so great by both teams.
And we will now throw it to the sideline for endgame thoughts.
Thanks, guys, and I'm here on the sidelines with Postgame Thoughts. Now, I thought this game went great. It was a great success in the end for PW. Wissahickon, not so much. Although I will give props to Wissahickon and PW, their defense did not want to let up in any way, shape, or form. I think the end of the game, overtime, girls were tired. They were hungry for the ball, but PW just showed a little bit more emphasis on wanting the ball and wanting to score. I do think that the weather played a big part in this. I think that there would have been more goals if it wasn't raining as hard as it was, if there wasn't as much wind, which definitely plays into the girls running and the direction of the balls. Overall, I think it was a great game. The score is now 0-1 in favor of PW. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
All right, any closing thoughts there, Nick?
Not much. I mean, it's just been an absolutely amazing game. Couldn't have asked for a better time. Ended with the sun out. I think the sun finally shone on a Colonial victory here.
I mean, just a fantastic game. So much fun to call. Colonials with a very crucial win here that puts them in second place, and they are now 8-3 on the year with this huge win. A lot of momentum, and hopefully, again, they can turn it into the playoffs. And I can't wait to call another one of these games because this was an absolute joyride start to finish. That's all we have for today, folks. Thank you for tuning into this edition of CITV Sports. I'm Jason Wyke.
And I'm Nick Cruz, and this has been CITV, and we're ready to see you next time.
Thank you.